Good morning, everybody, and thanks for waking up with the Chase.
No way.
My God!
That's a 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to Dave's. I must ask you a question right now.
1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Oh,
Sit back, relax, and crack a cold one. The Chase is live. And we're here. Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, USA.
I always seem to leave something on the desk that's not supposed to be there. This time, it's this. So the Chase isn't in the dark. All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Monday morning. Long weekend.
Very long
weekend. We
Snowy.
were snowed in.
Snowy weekend. Just absolute. We got torched with snow.
Yeah. Thanks to you guys in the chat that reached out to see how we were doing and make sure we were okay.
Yes.
We're all right. I know Patrick had a little more trouble than we did.
Oof.
He had a lot more trouble than we did. Luckily, where David and I are, and Stevens didn't have that much.
Yeah, Falls was like a foot maybe. What would you, Stevens? Would you say about a foot and a half maybe? Yeah. So it wasn't that bad. And you look at Patrick, man.
Got like 60 plus inches.
60 plus.
Yeah, Patrick got demolished up in the Orchard Park, Hamburg area.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what though? I gave myself, there was a travel ban on Saturday. I gave myself a snow day.
There you go. You just gotta relax. You know, play some PlayStation and just lounge.
That was it. I went from the bed to the couch to a chair to the bathroom, back to the couch. Didn't leave the house.
That's how
my favorite thing.
That's how my Sunday was. It didn't snow on Sunday, but it was literally go outside, take stuff to the recycling bin, walk back in, done with outside for the day.
Yeah, my neighbor shoveled, so I felt bad for not helping. So I bought him a case of beer. Just thought it was the neighborly
There
thing
you
to
go. City
That's
of good
all.
neighbors.
do. That's all. Want to give a quick shout out to the Toronto Argonauts for winning the 2022 Grey Cup last night in a hell of a game.
Swag Kelly.
Chad Kelly, of all people, leading the Argonauts on a game-winning drive, 2 blocked field goals to end the game. It was crazier than any NFL game yesterday.
Do you think there's any Grey Cup, or CFL cards like updated? Do you think there's like any out there now?
I don't know. I would love if there was. I think they should. I think somebody should pick up the rights to the CFL and definitely get some cards going. I mean, could you imagine a CFL Mosaic?
Oh my
A
goodness.
CFL Prism?
Get me
A CFL Chrome?
Get me a McLeod Bethel Thompson 1 of 1.
Come on, dude. Yeah, give me a Bo Levi Mitchell. See, I know some names.
There you go.
I know some names. And then also the World Cup. The World Cup started yesterday, but today, obviously, the big day. England presiding over Iran 6-2 already this morning. I know another match just started. Then, of course, the U.S. coming up at 2 o'clock today. But, David, how did you feel about that England match?
Oh, it was just amazing. It was like 6-1, and they just went to a random penalty kick for Iran. Final score.
It wasn't a random penalty kick. I mean,
Final
the guy...
score? Final score 6-2. Guess who had correct score bet on FanDuel? 6-2. So all because of that stupid penalty kick.
Freaking guy cashed in on it. Unbelievable. We're sitting here. We couldn't believe it.
It was amazing.
Hey, Evan's in the chat. E-Coop. We got E-Coop
Evan.
and H-Coop. What's up, Evan? Good morning. And good morning to everybody else, obviously, of course.
Springfield. Drinks on David. That's funny.
Drinks on David. Yeah, drinks on David for sure. He's taking us to happy hour, no doubt.
It was $65. Let's not get it twisted.
That could buy us a few pops. All right, hey, let's get it started. How about it, though, eh?
Let's
We
do
got
it.
a very busy holiday week ahead, a lot to do. So can you do us a favor? And please get us motivated to help us get through these next few days.
Yes, I think you're going to like who is the person for this quote.
Sure.
Our daily objectives should include an honest effort to improve on yesterday. Zig Ziglar.
Yeah, so not to be confused with Dolph Ziggler.
Yes. I just knew you would like the last
I'm
name.
here to show the world. I'm here to show the world. Come on. I feel motivated now, even though it's not Dolph Ziggler.
It's whatever, man.
It's whatever, dude. Oh, also, what the hell's with your face? I just realized you gave up.
Oh, dude, this was driving me absolutely nuts. I had to, and plus I had like a wake and a funeral to go to, and it didn't look good. It was bad.
Whatever. Thanks, Yaga Bomb. You know what? Let's just get into it.
Bro, I don't want to hear it. Your beard's coming in. I'm just gonna have a mustache this month.
Because I looked like I had 8 chins if I had just a mustache. All right. Damn. All right, let's get into what made the docket for today's show. We have the freshest products in this week's Wax. We have a giveaway coming up this week with a certain PSA card that may or may not be shown here on the desk, displayed, if you will. But you might know this guy. He's kind of good at basketball, but it'll be a giveaway. And we sadly have to report a card shop owned by veterans was robbed on Veterans Day. So unfortunate, but we'll give you the latest on that. And also Wayne Gretzky's rookie contract. It hit the auction and sold over the weekend. So we'll show you how much that sold for. And also Impact ref and head of Zebra Breaks, Brandon Tolle, will join us for our live interview segment today. And of course, we'll end it with a box rip giveaway. And what better way than with some 21-22 Road to the World Cup Mosaic, right? It just fits appropriately.
Football.
But first things first, though. We have a giveaway to all the Canadian packs we ripped on Friday, as well as the box of Chrome Cosmic Baseball.
All right here.
Remember, just winner is getting all those cards right in front of David. All of them. We asked you guys to watch Friday's episode, which was the vlog from the Toronto Sport Card Expo. And we asked, what was your favorite part of the vlog and why? And sure enough, can I get a drum roll, please? How about our winner, Burke Erdegrul, with his favorite part being the interview with Ben from Upper Deck. His passion for card collecting is really nice to see. So there you go. Burke. I was going to show it again, but it's Burke Erdegrul. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. So congratulations to you. Look out for a reply to your comment on YouTube. And then when you see that reply, please send us your information to the, I almost said the Chase. Oh, it is. The Chase at dacardworld.com. So yeah, send your shipping information to the Chase at dacardworld.com and we'll get you those cards shipped out.
Are we starting that rule, 2 weeks to claim?
Yeah, I said by last Friday. Yeah, you're going to have 2 weeks to claim this. You claim this 2 weeks. If not, it gets back to the chat and re-random. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Guys,
we're starting that now.
Guys, we have so much stuff still here.
Dude, it's starting to pile up. I think on Black Friday, I want to have an auction. Not an auction, but a giveaway live.
Can you do like the auctioneer voice?
75, 75, 75, what are you saying?
Got 50 over here. Can I get 60? Yeah, exactly.
All right, a lot to get to here, though. So why don't we get into it and start with what's hitting the shelves this week in this week's Wax?
Absolutely. We're going to start up on the diamond with 2022 Bowman Chrome Baseball Hobby. Here you're going to be searching for 2 Chrome auto cards per box and Chrome prospect and rookie autographs. Additionally, look out for those one-of-one superfractors that everyone wants and collect rookie short print image variations. I love Bowman just because you get to see the up-and-coming dudes. This is the part of the card hobby that I love. It's prospecting. So it's just like guessing who's going to be good. So
it's prospecting, all right, for sure, especially with Bowman. There's a lot of prospects in there. But, yeah, always a fun rip. People love Topps Chrome. People love Bowman Chrome. So can't wait to see what refractors we pull from that.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to stick to the diamond with the 2022 Topps Heritage Minor League Baseball Hobby. Here you'll find some of the game's up-and-coming phenoms. There are 2 autographs and 1 box loader per box. Additionally, search for base card short prints, which are 1 in every 6 packs. And also, look for real 1 autographs. There are 18 packs per box and 8 cards per pack. So there you go. Acuna's little brother there you saw.
Number 1 pick, Henry Davis.
Mm-hmm.
For the
good-looking
Pirates.
cards.
Yes. Next up, let's head to the galaxy. We got Star Wars, the Book of Boba Fett. I don't know if I said that right. Hobby
Boba
box.
Fett?
Yes, close enough. You're in luck as you are guaranteed one autograph or sketch card per box. Additionally, there is one parallel and one insert card per box or per pack. Excuse me. There are 7 packs per box in this product, with 8 cards per pack. So there you go. You see the Boba Fett that was on the screen there. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
It's
So you're
almost
like
like-
the emphasis is like it sounded like you're saying Bo Buffett. So that's why I said Bo Bichette. It's okay. But I know our man Will Mason will definitely enjoy that. He'll probably be doing some breaks of that.
Boba.
He's like our Star Wars breaker now.
Boba tea.
He's pretty good. Bubble tea's gross. Nah, that's for a different day. Let's go back to baseball with the Bowman Chrome HTA hobby. So now in these boxes, you'll seek 3 Chrome autograph cards. And as always, be on the lookout for those 1-of-1 gold superfractors. Gorgeous cards. Additionally, collect Chrome rookie autographs, Chrome auto relics, and prime Chrome signatures numbered to just 50. There are some stellar rookies in this product, including Julio Rodriguez, Bobby Witt Jr., Wander Franco, World Series MVP Jeremy Pena, O'Neill Cruz, Spencer Torkelson, Hunter Green, Steve Kwan, and many more. This product has some of the best up-and-coming stars, including Robert Hassel, Jason Dominguez, Marcelo Mayer,
Acuna's brother.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you say that?
Luis Angel, I think.
Luis Angel Acuna, Jordan Lawler, and Ellie De La Cruz.
Nice. I'm looking forward to the Acuna brothers coming up. I'm not going to lie.
We're going to see some Acuna Brothers dual cards now, some dual autos.
You might be able to get some tri-autos, too.
That's right, because there's another one.
Because there's Ronald, I think there's Brian, and then Luis Angel. So
I remember Brian.
That's cool. Next up, let's head to the pitch as the World Cup's starting up with 2022 Panini Prism Breakaway FIFA World Cup Qatar Soccer. That was a mouthful. Here, there are 2 numbered parallels, 1 base prisms, silver, and 2 other breakaway exclusive prisms per box. Additionally, look for autographs of stars past and present from the field of 32, including Messi, Neymar, Wayne Rooney, Kylian Mbappe, and more.
Always love the look of those two. Looking forward to it. I think those kept getting pushed back just a little bit, so good to see it finally release, especially at the appropriate time during the World Cup. Lastly, we head to Pokemon Sword and Shield Silver Tempest Build and Battle Stadium box. Each Build and Battle Stadium includes 2 individual Build and Battle boxes, each containing a 40-card ready-to-play deck, and each deck including 1 of 4 unique foil promo cards. There are 4 additional Sword and Shield Silver Tempest booster packs, so you get 12 in all. Additionally, there are 121 Pokemon TCG energy cards, 6 damage counter dice, 1 competition legal coin flip die, 2 acrylic condition markers, and 1 collector's box to hold all of that.
How many of these do you think Tyler owns already?
I can't say. I don't want to get him in trouble. I don't want to get him in trouble with his wife.
Good man.
Boys. We're boys right here. Yes. All right. Now that we checked out what's coming out, let's check out what's making headlines around the hobby.
Yes.
First up, me?
Sure.
All right. Big news from David Adams Card World as we approach Thanksgiving and the shopping holiday of Black Friday. So, as you see here on the set, we have a 1986-87 Fleer Michael Jordan PSA 9 rookie card, and it's going to be part of the Black Friday giveaway that you can win. Now, how do you enter? Glad you asked. Every $100 that you spend with David Adams during our Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales event gets you an entry into our drawing for the Jordan PSA 9 rookie card. The more you spend, the more entries you get. The drawing for the Jordan PSA 9 rookie card will be held on Friday, December 2nd, live here on The Chase.
That's going to be fun.
I'm excited.
Can't wait to give away this bad boy.
So you guys all better be there.
Yep. Next up, some unfortunate news we have to report on coming from Texas. Apollo's Sports and Collectibles in Texas was the victim of another local card shop robbery. The shop, owned and operated by 2 veterans, was burglarized on Veterans Day at 2:30 in the morning, and in total, over $50,000 in products were stolen. How much of a jerk do you got to be to do something like this?
It's real asshat.
Yeah. According to Sports Collectors Daily, 4 thieves hurled a boulder through a window and helped themselves to autographed cards, jerseys, and helmets, as you can see in the unfortunate video we're showing. Additionally, according to the story, the thieves also took an Emmitt Smith jersey and signed footballs. Other items included a 2000 Bowman Chrome Tom Brady rookie card graded BGS 9.5, a 14-15 Panini totally certified competitor autograph card of the late Kobe Bryant, 2 more Bryant cards from the Victory Collection insert set in the 2000-2001 Upper Deck Ultimate Victory set were also swiped. High-grade Fleer and Donruss 96-97 Bryant rookie cards were stolen, along with a 2020 Panini Origins graded card of Tom Brady. It was numbered to 10. Damn. We send our best to Apollo's Collectibles and hope that they get justice. Just a really crappy situation that they have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, a terrible situation. You never want to hear about any of that, obviously. And like I said, I hate when we have to report on that stuff. But hopefully this brings awareness and, can help find who did it.
On Veterans
obviously,
Day,
just let's hope it doesn't happen too often.
Scumbags.
Keep far and few between, but let's hopefully they get caught, and hopefully Apollo can recover from this, and we send our best wishes to them. So next up, we head to the Heritage Auctions, where the rookie contract of the great one, that's right, number 99, Wayne Gretzky, has sold. The 1979 Wayne Gretzky multi-signed Edmonton Oilers rookie World Hockey Association players contract was signed just hours into Gretzky's 18th birthday, where he signed with the Edmonton Oilers. The contract is from the World Hockey Association, but the Oilers shifted to the NHL just a season later. The contract netted $192,000. In other auction news, the Aaron Judge 60-second home run ball has fell into the laps of Golden Co. That's right. The home run was hit at Globe Life Field in Texas and caught by Corey Humans, vice president of Fisher Investments. The ball has an opening bid of $1 million and is looking to challenge the record of the $3.1 million Mark McGwire 70th home run ball. Ken Golden said, quote, "Home run balls have a unique place in the collectible industry for a few reasons. Unlike bats or jerseys, which players and teams technically own, a home run ball is the immediate property of whatever fan catches it. In that case, this particular ball was basically a winning Powerball ticket. Aaron Judge is an absolutely monumental and beloved figure in New York and across sports, and this will almost certainly be the highest price paid for any baseball ever. Bidding begins November 29th at 8 p.m. on golden.co.
You going to throw in a bid?
No. Absolutely not. Way too rich for my blood. Not a Yankees fan.
Yeah, I'm going to need a few more correct score bets to even think about putting those.
I'll need a little bit of a raise. I'll need the money to start to add up somewhere or somewhere else. Maybe I become a bookie. I don't know.
Oh, God. Don't expose yourself.
I wouldn't. Yeah, that's why I'm telling them lies right now, so they don't think I'd actually do it.
Just feeding them lies.
Keep them guessing. All right, let's head to our live guest now. We have Impact Wrestling referee and the man behind Zebra Breaks, Brandon Tolle. We love talking some wrestling here for sure, and we're lucky enough to have someone who gets to monitor the matches and loves cards too. So let's give it up for our guy, Brandon. Good morning, Brandon. Can you hear me?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Doing good, man. It's Monday, holiday week. Just curiously here at work and back off the road from doing some television in Louisville on Saturday and pay-per-view Friday night. So things are good, man. Things are good.
How'd the pay-per-view go? I know you guys had Overdrive on Saturday, right?
Yeah, Overdrive was a great pay-per-view. Great pay-per-view. A lot of great matches. Obviously, Josh Alexander retaining the Impact World title against Frankie Kazarian. And, it was a great night across the board. I like Louisville. Louisville's a great town for us. So it was a good night on the whole. And, did some television on Saturday. And, back home and back at work Sunday morning at 9:30 in the morning. So...
Grind never stops, man. Grind never stops.
Money never sleeps.
I'm loving the run that Josh has been having, and I miss you guys coming to Toronto. I used to catch John at the Don Kolov Arena when you guys would come up. So
I remember Destiny wrestling up there. We haven't been up there in a while. Probably I think since COVID. The last time we were up there was in 19, I think, in the fall of 19, right after Down for Glory. So Canada, working up there in Toronto, special place in my heart. Most people don't know I'm Border City Wrestling with Scott Demore was my first international booking outside of the United States. So I have a very soft spot in my heart for Canada, for Windsor and Toronto. So, and my first week with Impact was in Ottawa. So I'm linked to Canada more than I think people realize.
Now, you obviously had been, doing bookings and doing shows around the U.S. So, when Impact brought you up to Canada, was that your first experience up in Canada at all?
No. My first booking in Canada was actually in the summer of 2008 for Border City in Tecumseh, Ontario, suburban Windsor. So I've been up there on the regular for Border City and for Scott from 2008 all the way up until 2017 when I started with Impact. So I'm no stranger to the 401 and that nice long drive from Windsor to Toronto, or the suburbs of Toronto on the 401. That's a lonely drive in the overnight hours when you're driving back.
Yeah, not much to see on that drive for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you just hit a lot of Canadians in the heart though with the 401 reference. I'm sure people loved that.
Oh yeah, I thought the drive from Windsor to the suburbs of Toronto on the 401 was barren, and then when I debuted with Impact in 2017, I actually drove. I live in suburban St. Louis now. I drove suburban St. Louis to Ottawa and did it over a couple of days. But that drive, once you clear Oshawa and you start getting east on the 401 there, heading towards Ottawa, man, I thought the drive up to Toronto was barren. It was even more barren and driving once you get past Oshawa and all that outside of Toronto heading east. So, and then the moose signs, the moose crossing signs were kind of a jolt too.
Yeah, there's a first time for everything, and there's a first time seeing moose crossing signs, and we're super spoiled being in the Buffalo Niagara Falls area and being able just to kind of go north about an hour and a half. I don't want to say too much because I feel like we'd just be rubbing it in at that point.
Yeah, just trees and more trees.
And more trees. But I want to get into the card side of things, but obviously we'll get back to maybe some wrestling later on in the conversation. But I want to know right off the bat, have cards been a part of your whole life, or was this something like other people that you kind of picked up later on, like during the pandemic?
No, I collected a little bit as a kid, and then collected a little bit in high school. I lived from Cincinnati, Ohio originally. I lived about an hour to the west of Cincinnati out in rural southeastern Indiana. So there wasn't a card shop anywhere within a reasonable drive growing up. So, but I was fortunate enough, especially in my high school years. My uncle is now retired military. So when I would go visit him, we'd go to the PX. And they had hobby boxes and all that down there. I remember the set in 2000, the 2000 top set, because as a Cincinnati fan, still named to this day, P-Day in the Reds. I remember going after Griffey's first card as a Red in 2000. And to me, that was a big deal because of the fact that, Junior coming home to Cincinnati in that trade from Seattle, which we're still paying him on for the record. I think we have another 2 years left of paying him. He's almost on that borderline Bobby Bonilla Day month situation with him. But I remember going after that 2000 set real hard because I was wanting to get those first Griffey cards as a Red. So I collected a little bit in high school. When I got into college, I kind of fell out of it just because I started training for wrestling. Started my career the day I turned 18. So I kind of went real headlong into it. And then probably about three and a half years ago, I started coming back to it as my schedule started coming down a little bit, and I was able to kind of revisit it. I still had some cards, at home, and and just kind of started going back down that rabbit hole. The pandemic very much kind of expedited that increase. So that's probably the first time in my adult life that I actually had a bulk of time at home, and that's where I started looking into. I started watching some breakers like Bill Hughes and Bill Cole and stuff like that. And given the background I have with wrestling, and high production values and stuff like that, I taught myself how to video edit. And I taught myself how to do my own graphics. So I launched my channel, Zebra Breaks, in 2020 during the pandemic, just because I had the time to teach myself what I needed to to put out a product that I felt comfortable putting out, that I wanted to go and put the production value behind it that I thought would be necessary. And I think that may be a curse in some ways, given the fact that I am with wrestling, and I know I do respect the high production value and not just like a cell phone camera and a background or a blank wall or whatever it is. I do a lot of extra stuff for my brand. So I got into it, but I got in real deep, and then now most people don't know I work for RBI Crew 7 in St. Peters, Missouri, in actual LPS full time when I'm not doing the wrestling thing on the side. So if you told me 3 years ago that I'd be knee deep in the hobby in almost every way now here in 2022, I wouldn't have believed it. So, but it's great. It's great to be doing what I'm doing. Great to be interacting in the hobby in the way I am, kind of splitting time, trying to collect a little bit all over the place. I actually just picked up my first vintage wrestling card last week. I went up and got the 1982 Wrestling All-Star Series A Andre the Giant American Rookie this past week. So starting to delve into vintage now, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. And that's an exciting time for you, though, for sure. But it's funny you brought up the Ken Griffey Jr. We were talking to one of our guests on the last episode, and we found out that this past season specifically, he was the third highest salary on the team. So definitely pulling a Bobby Bonilla for sure.
It's sad with the Red situation. I won't talk about it too much. It's sad, with the ownership in Cincinnati. It made national news what happened with the ownership in Cincinnati and their lack of commitment to the ball club. And I did a video on it as one of my weekly videos for my YouTube channel for Zebra Breaks, and I actually went and dug deep into the numbers. And I found out the same thing, that he was the third highest paid player on the team. He hasn't played for us in now what's going on almost 20 years now. And that 3/4 of the roster of the 28-man roster makes league minimum. So, good for him. I mean, I don't begrudge switching wrestling. I don't begrudge anybody making money. He's still getting that check. But it's crazy to know that he's almost in that Bobby Bonilla position. Makes you wonder how many more players are out there getting that same kind of deal nowadays.
Yeah, right. And you're definitely in two industries, twofold, in an industry where you can't knock somebody for their hustle for sure, for making money. So another thing I wanted to ask you, though, real quick before we move on, I heard you talk about early on you were a collector, college you kind of got away from it, and then you kind of got back. That seems like such a similar track to a lot of people that we've talked to. Why do you think that is? You think people just think maybe, oh, that's not cool, I don't want to be seen doing that? What do you think's behind that?
I think that, a little background, in my early college days, I actually worked in the investment industry. I worked for Fidelity Investments here in the United States, and got a real good education on long-term investing. I think for me, the catalyst, and I may be in the minority in this, but I think the catalyst is, you look at what the mantles are split, what those graded mantles have sold for recently, and you look at where collecting as a whole, I think in some ways it's fun to collect. I think we all can agree that, on that point. But I think there's a segment of the population that views it as an alternate investment, as a long-term alternate investment, where you can still enjoy it, but you can also look for a long-term gain to it. I think that especially with the boom in 2020, with how it just went borderline parabolic, basically. And when you look at it, and I did a little research, I forget which hedge funds it was, but I did see about some hedge funds on Wall Street here in the U.S. that were actually buying graded vintage cards as part of their overall portfolio, because it doesn't have a lot of the risk that some investments do, where it's a stable, long-term increase in value over time. So I think that kind of all of those factors together probably put it to where it probably brought some people back. Now, there's a good segment of the population, and I've seen it working in the hobby myself, that people were going through boxes and were finding 2011 update Mike Trout rookie cards, in top loaders in great condition that they just had lying around for 10 years. So I think catalysts like that were probably what drew back some of the people to it. And then I think the time at home, with just us all sitting at home and, whether you're not working or just not being out as much as a lot of us were used to prior to the pandemic. I think it was just kind of a conglomerate of multiple factors at once coming together, kind of making a perfect storm situation. The availability for disposable income in a lot of cases, along with people revisiting that hadn't done it before with prospect of long-term investing. I think it's kind of all in one, to be honest with you. I think it wasn't just one thing together.
I would agree with that because I feel like there are, like you said, multiple factors that came in and just kind of made it right for a ton of people to come into the hobby. So next up, Zebra Brakes. I have an idea how you got the idea, but can you just tell the people, where'd you come up with this clever name?
Zebra Brakes, long story short, I'm a referee. We have zebra stripes. One thing I've learned with being in the wrestling industry is you always have to find ways to make yourself unique to stand out from the bunch. That's how you get noticed. That's how you can make a name for yourself and really try to put yourself on that upper echelon of the business. When you look at anyone in any of the major companies nowadays, you're not seeing the same thing repeated over and over again. So Zebra Brakes being a ref, it really was a logical sense to make to go that route and name my brand that.
Yep. I was say that's pretty. I figured that was pretty spot on. I think that's a good explanation that you were able to expand on there because that is huge. And even what we're trying to do here, you're trying to stand out. You're trying to be different from the others to make a name for yourself. So and I think Zebra Brakes, obviously, perfect fit.
I kind of figured it had to tie in with with the referee.
I saw it, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, all right. I see. I'm like, I see.
I said it earlier that, when being in the wrestling industry and being on television for as many years as I have, seeing things that are done on a high production level, it just stands to reason you apply those same principles. Because at the end of the day, I'm a 1099. I'm an independent contractor. I am a free agent. I have no contract with anybody. So I'm responsible for my brand and my business. And so it only makes sense to take, what I've been able to learn over the years with wrestling and doing it on television and on these worldwide high levels and try to apply those same elements of what will make you stand out, production, things that will make you stand out above the rest, and I think that's something that will keep me around long-term comparative to, some that maybe, short-term or kind of flash in the pans of sort, with content creation especially.
Yeah, and content creation is becoming such a big thing in the hobby, in the card collecting world. And, without, a good magician doesn't give away all his tricks, but without giving away all your tricks, what is some advice out there that you would give to the folks that are trying to do hobby content creation to kind of stand out or at least be sustainable and not just be a flash in the pan?
You have to look at it as a business as well as a hobby. There's a fine line there you have to ride and know what is that line for you. It's different for everybody. But also it is a grind. Success does not come overnight. If you look at some of the biggest breakers or some of the biggest content creators within the hobby, whether it's like Bennett Midwest Fox Break, who I actually announced last week I have a partnership with now, or if you look at Houdini and Cheap Fun Break, kind of what I kind of see as kind of the top two in terms of content creators and breakers. They've been around for 10 years, 12 years. They've been around a long time. Success doesn't come quickly. To some it will, and to those that it happens to, congratulations. You know what I mean? You're going to be one of the very few. It is a slow grind. It is a hustle. I'm a firm believer, especially now that I think that the bubble is burst in some ways within the hobby. I think we're starting to see the base craze is over. Prices are starting to come back down to earth a little bit. I think collaboration is key, especially in a world now post-pandemic where content creation, there's so much content to be consumed. And obviously when you look at social media and how to use the algorithms and things like that to your advantage to promote your brand, I think collaboration is key. And especially when we've had issues like with Backyard and what went on with them a few months ago, where there are some bad eggs in the bunch that unfortunately have a big platform, your brand and your reputation is going to mean so much more. And to be able to collaborate with people that have been in the space for a long time, that have the brand recognition, and, to be able to continue to create a strong hobby, because the hobby is for everybody. There is room in this for everybody, regardless of sport, brand, whatever. I think that's where the long-term success comes in, is managing your brand, managing your business, know where your line is, but also just grinding and hustling it out and trying not to fall into those pit traps. I think that's one of the biggest pit traps that's come up, or pitfalls, I guess I should say, is the fact that people are coming in during the boom and finding such quick success that it leads to problems. And it's like a business. If you're not honest with your platform and you're not honest with your customer base and you're not honest with the people that you're doing business with, you will not last long.
Nope.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of things that are touted here in general, like what we try to do, and collaboration is a big thing that we always talk about.
Mm-hmm. And just having good customer service, being truthful with your clients and everything.
Absolutely.
So early in the show, we talk about some new releases that are coming out this week. Obviously, you're a baseball guy, Reds guy. Ellie De La Cruz coming up. You looking forward to some Bowman?
Yeah, Bowman Chrome. Yeah, I think it's as a Reds fan, I think it's been tough for me to get into the 2022 products, just because the Reds are not putting a team on the field to really make me interested in baseball per se. I can say I didn't go to a Reds game this year at all. I canceled my MLB TV. I'm not willing to support a franchise that is not willing to put money into their team. And you can see it in Cincinnati, where everybody went to the Bengals, basically. The Bengals sold out. I have a waiting list for the first time in my life for season tickets. But yeah, prospecting makes you feel real good. I think the Reds have a lot of good talent in the minors. They've made a bunch of trades at the trade deadline, picking up guys like Marte and others. That it makes you look forward to Bowman. Bowman prospecting is a whole different ball game. I learned that real quick. I have to do my own research. I'll probably do my research here in the next couple of days for who to look for with Bowman Chrome, because you have that rotating cast of first Bowmans in every product. It'll be the same when Bowman Draft comes out, whenever that comes out, whether it's later in the year or early next year. It'll be the same process. So I would say learn your prospects, learn who's hot. You know what I mean? I have boxes at home of first Bowmans just sitting around. You never know how players are going to turn out. And it's just like with wrestling. Some may have a quicker path than others. So do your homework, and I don't let any first Bowmans go. I have them sitting, and it's one of those things. I'll revisit them and track them as they go through the minors, and I wish them the best. I hope they all make it. Because more people that are making money and doing what they love, I mean, that's just better for the world in general. They say when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. I'm looking forward to Bowman Chrome this week. I'll do my homework. I'll probably have a YouTube video on it later in the week. I'll probably end up doing a break, I think, of something of it, probably later this week or the weekend. The holiday kind of complicates it, obviously, at least with here in the U.S. with the Thanksgiving holiday here domestically this year. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Bowman Chrome. I'm still on an Ellie autograph one. I didn't pull an Ellie auto this year in Bowman, so I'm still on the hunt for that. But my hobby collecting time is split in about 4 different ways right now.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, spread thin a little bit. So you and I got a chance. We talked about Cosmic Chrome a little bit, but we're excited for Bowman Chrome. But besides the two things that we kind of just talked about, anything that you've really been enjoying ripping lately that people should have on their radar? And is there anything that you are looking forward to in the future coming up?
Yeah, I kind of changed the way I collected this year, and I attribute to the knowledge that I've gained by working in the hobby and working for an LCS, and really getting to be hands-on with pretty much every product that comes out in some way, shape, or form. I used to just rip a ton of the flagship product, and I don't do that anymore because I want to start going into the high-end stuff in terms of autos and relics, that sort of thing. I think there's a lot of people that goes that route. I think a lot of people are missing out in the wrestling space, man. I think Panini has absolutely hit a home run with the WWE license this year. I think my opinion on this, I think they botched the Prism release solely based on the price point when it came out about $1,300 a box. I think they thought that wrestling they could put a football or a basketball price tag on wrestling products and have the response for it like they would football and basketball, and I think they were wrong with it. And I think that comes down to the fact of, to me, I don't think they read the clientele properly with it. So the prices for that have come down to earth, which makes it much more lucrative to look at in terms of a rip. Because you look at your parallels and your autos, obviously your rookies like Gable Stevenson, Braun Breaker, who's in NXT right now. Select, I think, is where kind of the rocket ship took off. Select is a great product. The way they did the relics and actually put little logos and actually part the designs in the relics, along with obviously the parallels that most people who rip Select in other sports have come to know, like your tie-dyes and your At-25 parallels, things like that. And then Impeccable was beyond a great product. I think for the price point for it, I say to people, if you're going to rip Impeccable, rip a case of it. Because of the fact you have the silver bars, which is normally one per case. I did a case, it's on my YouTube channel now, and I pulled a Undertaker auto number to 10. That's now sitting in my PC. So I absolutely am looking forward to that. I did a little bit of AEW Spectrum when that came out a couple weeks ago. I think they're getting ready to come out with their 2022 flagship release. I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I think more than that. I think it's slated to come out January 3rd. Skybox Metal Universe, AEW. I think bringing the Skybox brand to wrestling was a great idea. There's a lot of buzz around Skybox as a release, as a product. Regardless, I mean, it came out in they brought their regular release out a couple of months ago, and it just did bonkers. You know, looking at PMGs and things like that. I think that's going to be the chase for Skybox, going after those first PMGs of AEW. I think Panini's going to continue to hit it with their products. Chronicles is going to have NT. To my knowledge, AT is going to have on-card autos and Chronicles when that comes out next month. And then I think the rumor that I heard was Immaculate was going to be the first release of 2023.
Wow.
Under the WWE license. So I'm sitting here like, all right, give me that stuff all day long. You know, I'm good. If they keep the price point right around where they put Impeccable at about $5 to $6 a box, it won't attract all of your collectors, but I think it will attract enough, especially if you go into the breaker space where it makes breaks reasonable to get into. Once again, you have to look at your clientele and do your mark too. Who's looking to buy the product. So if they can keep if they can keep Immaculate around that price level, I think it'll do great. I'm excited for the next 2 years of the license, and then it goes back to Top Fanatics afterwards. I hope the executives at Fanatics, and I will say this, I hope you guys are watching what Panini is doing. Top has great brands. We all know it. You know what I mean? Chrome and the like, obviously Transcendent. But if they can figure out and take some of what Panini is doing now in terms of the relics and the parallels and try to keep it fresh and try to bring back some other avenues when they get the license back in a couple of years, I think it's just onward and upward for the wrestling hobby as a whole. It's about 2 years or so behind, I think, the boom of baseball and the other sports because it is a niche sport in a lot of ways compared to the big three. But there's a lot that I'm looking forward to there. Obviously, film and chrome and baseball. Having split across multiple sports, you know, I'm going back to a lot of 21 football releases myself. I'm going real heavy into Jamar Chase. Eventually, I'm trying to go into Joe Burrow. I'm behind on that, obviously, given what his prices are. So a lot of that, you know, I want to see if Dynasty comes out in baseball. That's what I'm looking forward to. A lot of the higher end stuff, obviously. You know, it's just going to depend on what they can actually get out, given the supply chain issues they've had and everything being delayed. So, you know, a lot across all sports, but the wrestling one, I think, is even for those wrestling fans, with it having like autographs of The Undertaker, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, guys that people are familiar with on name value and name recognition from years ago, whether it's the Attitude Era or in the early 2000s. I think it's an opportunity to bring in lapsed fans along with the current fan base and really help drive the product.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited. It seems like wrestling is in a good spot in terms of it's getting back to its mainstream popularity. So I think that definitely helps too. It's pop culture again. So I think that can only help the cards for sure.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun ripping WWE products too. So
We did the Impeccable, and we got actually the Cody Rhodes Troy ounce. So I was super pumped about that. I popped for that.
yeah, that was exciting.
That was a
And
good
plus, all the divas we got too. They were
Yeah,
great.
yeah, we had a Trish Stratus auto.
Yes.
So obviously out of 25, that was good. But yeah, definitely enjoyed that as well. So salivating for some Immaculate for sure. I think that'll be, just as good, if not better. Based on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
My Impeccable case, the big hit was the Undertaker to 10. I kept a couple of things. I kept an Edge to 25 auto relic because I like the relic on it with having, once you get into those lower parallels, they do some of the designs of the shirt. Started with Select, they kept it into Impeccable. So I kept that. I kept a Drew McIntyre RPA, not RPA, but an auto relic to 99. I'm friends with Drew. We worked together at Evolve. In between his last run with WWE and him going back a few years ago. I still talk to him to this day. So I kept that for sentimental reasons. I'm a low-key Walter, or Gunther as he's known now. I'm a low-key Walter Gunther collector. I worked with him numerous times, through the NXT UK run before he came over to the US full-time. A lot of respect for him. I believe he will be a world champion someday. So that's kind of me hedging, like he hedging the prospects in Bowman. I'm kind of hedging a little bit on the hope that he wins the world title someday. So there's some guys that I'm very, hoping that they will get to the promised land of a world championship someday with WWE that I'm just collecting now, just under the radar. And yeah, I hope Immaculate comes out and is gangbusters just like it was for Impeccable this year. But Panini, kudos to you guys. I think there's more opportunity in the space. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. I know Leaf does a little bit with like Pop Century. Like they had Hulk Hogan in some of the releases this year, signing some autos. Was in Pop Century Metal this year. I think Flair was as well. They had the Pro Sport Metal, or the Pro Sport, not Metal, but Pro Sport release that had like a dual fantasy match auto of like, I think it was Kenny Omega from AEW and Stone Cold Steve Austin or something like that. I think that's a missed opportunity there. I think for your either guys that are on TV that are not your well-established names, and even maybe some of your top independent names, I think there's a missed opportunity there. I've always said personally, Brian Gray, the CEO of Leaf, should sign me, and start doing some rep cards. Like I'd sign all day long for a Pop Century or a Pro Sport or something like that. So I tried tweeting it out to him, but if he watches this, like, Brian, my DMs are open, man. I'm willing to talk all day long. I think I'm one of the only people in the wrestling industry that is actually full on into the hobby as well. So, having both sides of the fence there with the wrestling business and being, in the hobby to the extent that I am. So, so my DMs are open, Brian.
There you go.
Brian Gray is always coming up with new ideas, so
yeah, very innovative. So
he might hit your line.
An open message to Brian Gray right there. Definitely, Mr. Brandon Tolle will be happy to sign some cards for you. I think that's a great idea. And funny
Here's the idea: triple auto, put it in either Pro Set or Metal. Myself, Brian, and Earl Hebner. All three of us have worked for Impact over the years.
Yes.
Triple auto. I think there's ways to go with it. Obviously, as referees in wrestling, we're not, no one's ever going to buy a ticket to see me. I'm fully aware of that. But, Earl has the brand name, obviously, for all the years with WWE and Impact. Brian, the same way, and I throw myself in there solely because I work in the hobby and I've been on TV now for 5 years. With Impact, and I've done stuff with Evolve in years prior with Dave Sapolsky and the whole WWE relationship there. I've done some sanctioned WWE championship matches over the years. So there's a little kind of a link between the three of us there that, like there's a triple auto offer, throw it out there, see what happens and, kind of go from there.
Yeah, look at that. Brian doesn't even have to do the work. You got all the ideas for him. You just need to sign the cards and sign with Brian.
He's taking care of the marketing right now.
There you go. That's all marketing right there, baby. See, he's a true pro. He's in pro wrestling. He's on TV. He knows. He's in the hobby. So, Brandon, before we let you go, just want to do one last thing for you. I know you got a couple things going on. One, I know you have that impeccable break up for charity, but also, you know, what other breaks do you have going on, and how can people find you and join your breaks?
Absolutely, yeah. Social media, at ref Brandon Tolle, Tolle on Twitter, referee Brandon Tolle on Instagram. Basically, those are my two social media platforms. I'm one of the few that doesn't have a Facebook. I haven't had one since 2009. I got rid of it and loved it and never went back. So those are my two social media platforms. The impeccable break is a charity break I'm doing for my friend Tom Willis. He's had some medical issues in recent weeks and is required to stay home. So all proceeds from the impeccable break are going to his GoFundMe. And then Ivan, or Watch the Breaks on Twitter, he's part of someone I'm with on the ISO Commerce platform. He's going to match my donation, dollar for dollar, so what goes to the GoFundMe. So 27 spots, I'm down to 19 left. Nobody gets skunked, everybody gets a card. $75 a spot shipped. It's up on my social media platform. I'm going to do a Bowman Chrome break. Probably going to flip back into a football break at some point, you know, kind of just floating out there. I had to kind of take a pause on some breaks for a while as things were kind of changing in life through the summer, so we just kind of amped it back up. But those are my social medias, youtube.com/ZebraBreaks. New content every Friday, 5 East, 4 Central. Weekly content on there. And then hopefully, you know, I've got some calls coming up here in the next couple of weeks about some stuff coming up for 2023, hobby related, kind of tying in wrestling in the hobby. So once the things come around with that, I'll put it out on social media there to be able to say, you know, where we're going for some things for 2023.
Awesome. Well, definitely keep us in the loop about the 2023 stuff, because if you have some stuff to announce, we'd obviously love to talk to you again and let you announce that and, you know, push it on our platform for sure. And in closing, one, are we going to see you can I see you maybe at the Bengals-Bills game? And if not, how about we talk about collaboration? Maybe I'll try to make it up to that Windsor show that Impact has in March.
Yeah, I'm not going to the Bengals-Bills game, unfortunately. You know, living in St. Louis, I was fortunate enough to go to the AFC title game last year in Kansas City, and that was a hoot. So I hope that maybe not this season, maybe next season, I'll make it back out to back home to Cincinnati for a game, because I like everyone else, man. I think the Bengals are the real deal. So, and then, yeah, if we make it to Windsor, I'm all for coming up early and making a stop up in your neck of the woods in Toronto and stopping by in person. You know, if we're when we roll up there, I think we're going to get there late March. So I'm all for it. I'm all for traveling. So, you know, most weekends right now, you can catch me at the shop. I'll be out through 7 in St. Peter's, Missouri. I'm there on the weekends right now. So I was watching Red Zone yesterday during the Bengals-Pittsburgh game while we were still open. So that's normally you can find me during the week or on the weekends when I'm not in the road. I'm working here at the shop. So Ryan Bannister and the guys here, they're like my hobby family. So, but yeah, let's, you know, when we get closer to March, let's talk. I'm not opposed to coming up early. I love Toronto. I love being up there. Don't miss the traffic though. But I love Toronto. I miss me some Tim Hortons, man. We have no Tim Hortons anywhere close. I miss me a triple and miss me some Timbits, man.
All right, well, we'll do that. We'll put it on the radar. We'll keep in touch, and we'll get some Timbits, and we'll get some coffee too. I think that's just a full experience, and cards. All right.
It's really fun, man. Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys.
Anytime, Brandon. Man. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your week, and good luck going forward. And can't wait to hear what's going on next.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good one.
Take it easy.
Care.
Bye-bye.
Great conversation there with Brandon. Excited there, you know, when he said collaboration. I was like, well, I can make it up to Windsor if I really try.
True.
So good time. Hey, you know what? While that was going on, I just wanted to say good morning to a few people. Dave in the city, new to the Dave and Adams community. So thank you for joining us. We really appreciate that. Also, there was another, where is it? First time chat. I saw a couple first time chatters in here. Death Stalker 2. I saw you were in there as a first time chatter. So welcome aboard, guys. Really appreciate having you in the Dave and Adams community.
Welcome to the fam.
Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the Chase Nation. And guess what? If you're new here, well, sit tight. We actually have a box rip giveaway for you. It's sitting right in front of me. 21-22 Mosaic Road to the World Cup
Speaking
And,
of World Cup, can someone give us a Netherlands-Senegal score update?
Yeah, anybody have an update on this match? Because Dave's going to live bet the score again. Just kidding. All right. We only got a little bit of time left. We got to rip through the packs, but I need a cutter.
Still 0-0, Bloom? All right. Gotcha. 25th minute, 0-0. So. Oh, you're missing a cutter again. What a surprise.
Patrick, you don't have the cutter?
Oh, Patrick doesn't. How the hell are we going to get a cutter? Where is it?
Oh, wait a minute. Do you see what I see?
I think.
A star?
Oh. If you smell what the cutter is cooking.
Who put that there? Who put that there?
Who the heck put the cutter there?
All right. Yeah, we have one of the most helpful communities, I would say, in all of collecting in the hobby. And that's a shoot. That's no joke. That's another wrestling term for you. That's a shoot. All right, we've got 15 cards per pack, 10 packs per box. David and I are going Feeve and Feeve.
Feeve and Feeve.
We have to do something soccer related, obviously.
Right.
So how do we want people to win this?
5. Your all-time favorite soccer player? I have no idea.
How about...
World Cup predictions?
What's that?
World Cup predictions? Did you guys do that?
Yeah, World Cup. Let's do World Cup predictions. There you go.
So who's
World
gonna win?
Cup predictions.
Almost taking out the set, dude.
Did I almost take out the set? Whoops.
Almost.
All right. Do your World Cup predictions. Who you think is going to win it all? Who do you think is going to win it all? All right, left or right?
I'm going to stick with the left.
All right. There's one auto per box on average, I believe.
TY.
Let's see if we can hit a Genesis or a stained glass. All right, let's go. Good luck, everybody. Let's see. Any color? We got a red. Rookie here of Ali. Pena. Oh, no way. First pack Magic. How about Chris Richards, defender for USA? David looks so disappointed. Oh, you can't even see the auto because of that refractor. There you go. There it is, the Prism auto.
Sigh.
Bang, bang. Miguel rookie. Here's a red Nkanji. Ooh, rookie here, Raspadori in Pitchmasters. Keith Moore.
Bro,
Okay.
what are the odds?
Well, they're 1 in 10 packs of the odds, so 1 in 10. Whoa. You hate me so much for saying that. I can see it in your face. I gotta find a sleeve for that. I don't know where all my sleeves went. Very nice. I like it much. Isn't that your gimmick? Aren't you supposed to be doing that?
Pain in my assholes.
Whoa! Hey, Munoz. Is Munoz in here? Oh, he bleep. Latomba.
Oh, man. What? Of course, you got the auto. Figures, right? Figures, right, chat? Yep, that's swear jar. Don't worry.
That is swear jar material for sure. Moreno.
Do you think
Holland?
Do you think this $10 Canadian
Parta.
covers me for a couple days for the swear jar?
All right. Oh, actually, I think Barbosa. Isn't he? That's a good rookie. Barbosa rookie.
Didn't he play for the Warriors?
Pretty good. Andrew Barbosa.
That's Leandro Barbosa or whatever his name was in the NBA.
Or Leandro Barbosa. Oh, when in doubt, bet Troy on the rip at least.
That's true.
Okay,
Very
Barrios, rookie right off the top.
Another rookie.
Vardal.
You're getting some rookies here, too.
I am. We're getting some rooks.
Ronaldo on the base.
Raspadori. Rodon. Oh, wow. Abram. A lot of rookies in this pack.
Whoa.
Antoine Griezmann.
Raspadori.
Okay, Raspadori Prism rookie now. A red rookie of Antuna. Antuna red rookie. And then, okay. How about Portugal? Patricio. Pitchmasters.
Nice.
Nice.
What do you got? 2 packs left?
2 packs left. You know what? Maybe we'll break the odds. Maybe we'll get 2 autos. Never say never. I will never say never.
It'd be nice to get a stained glass.
Sosa, Sammy Sosa.
You can actually get excited for a stained glass.
Pahina.
Too.
Brereton. Rodriguez, Ward. Man, a lot of rookies. Yeah, you could get. Yeah, you could actually get pumped for a stained glass in this. Puchas.
Yes.
Oh, what's this one? Luis Diaz. Prism. Pitchmasters. Okay, last pack. And then on to David. Let's get a one-on-one, should we, huh? David, you should let Troy pick the packs first from now on.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Ooh, Longkonga. There's a little bit of a mark there. Just be careful. Cards coming up a little bit there. Rookie Grant. There's a red. Oh, something. No. No rookies here. Oh, there we go. Romo, Tony Romo, Antoine Griezmann. There you go, Antoine Griezmann. Mosaic, Dolberg red, and Sanchez Pitchmasters. All right, on to David.
Beautiful. All right, let's get to it. My overhead. Hello.
Hello, hi, hello. The glass of stain. Yes,
There we
Major
go.
Burns. The glass of stain.
All right, what button do I have to hit?
Stained. You know, the band. It's been a while since I could hold my head up high. All right, yeah, make sure you guys are entering this. If you want to win the contents of this box, all you have to do is let us know who you think is going to take it all.
Sorry,
Is it
stand
coming
by.
home to England? I'm coming home to the place where I belong. The places and this faces.
Oh my goodness. What is going on?
What's happening? What is happening? Production value going.
There we go. At long last,
We got it.
as the camera continues to shake.
We did it, folks.
USA.
USA.
Hello, USA.
Lil Bear, first time chatter thinking the US, the Outlaws, is taking it home. That's the US fan base. I learned a lot yesterday.
Lionheart rookie. Mendez rookie. Seawold rookie.
England's gonna. Evan says England's gonna choke.
Kozlowski rookie. Plata rookie. We got refractor of Hazard.
Hazard.
Moreno rookie from Venezuela. Lewandowski from Poland, Pitchmasters, and Kovacic, Men of
Kovalchuk?
Mastery. Yeah, close
Ilya
enough.
Kovalchuk.
Close enough. All right, pack one. Down.
Pack one down. Go Bandits. Rachel's in here. Go
Yes,
Bandits.
go.
Banditland is rocking.
Go Bisons.
The herd. Go.
Go Bisons. All right. Rookie. Melee rookie. Another rookie there.
David's not even trying to say.
Oh, there is
the
not a
names.
chance in hell that
He's
I'll...
like,
Phil
rookie.
Foden.
And
Nice.
a rookie. Foden.
Ferenez. Swiderski.
I don't know.
Do we have something?
So, Evan, do you no, wait. Do we have another one?
Overdrive?
Overdrive. Okay. It's flipped over, though, eh? Is
Yeah,
it numbered?
so- no, I see no number on
Interesting. If it's flipped over, then you know
Yeah, it's
we
something.
probably got it's something.
this. I cannot
It's
pronounce this
gone.
guy's name. Oyarzabal?
Oyarzabal. I like it. It sounds right. It sounds right.
Zapata. Traco rookie. Pitchmasters. Locatelli. And Weston McKennie on the Men of Mastery.
Come for the box break. Stay for us butchering soccer names.
Yes.
How about that?
Somebody said it's the second type of case hit.
Oh, overdrive is a case hit according to Meerkat. Let's go.
Beautiful.
One time for the kids. One time. One time.
One time.
Two times. Where is that thing? I'm gonna get it in. I'm gonna sleeve that up. though.
Guerrero rookie.
David wins.
And Olmo. Alhados.
Little did you know you won.
True. Carlson. Pitkowski. Thanks for doing that, by the way.
Yeah,
Paul
man.
Pogba. Demi. Abram on the refractor rookie. The red. Franco from Ecuador. What do we got here? Netherlands. This guy's probably in play right now, isn't he?
Probably. Yeah, shout out to our friends in the Netherlands. You know, we got David Adams in Netherlands stores, so good luck to our friends in the Netherlands.
Rebio from France. Not bad.
Wow.
There's that all sleeved up.
So if it's not stained glass, it's overdrive. There we go. Nice. Nice.
Whoa, it's a very nice.
I like. Much like.
I like a soccer.
I like the football.
Football. Can you teach me to football?
I like some of the foodie. Hey, guys, make sure you're joining us. Stop purring. Oh, God, I don't. You're right, Munoz. I can't win them all. Oh. Elena keeps purring to people in the chat. We're going to have to report her.
A little mark on this rookie. I'm just going to point that out. I don't know what's going on with that one, but a little mark here.
Yeah.
Brian Reynolds. Rookie. Ferrari. James. Saka. Soteldo. Rookie.
Hey, I was going to say, if you guys want to hang
rookie.
out. If you got, what do we got here?
Valverde.
Velveeta?
Yes.
I love mac and cheese with Velveeta.
Laurenti.
Yes. Bonsai. I saw Saka. We were watching that game.
Mastery.
Saka with 2 goals
Lozano.
today. All right, 1 pack left for Mr. David.
Last one.
That was I was going to say, if you guys want to hang out with us, come to DA_the Chase on Instagram after this, and we'll be hanging out talking, David and I. We'll talk hobby with you. We'll talk World Cup. Probably have the World Cup on in the background. Right. But make sure you're following DA_the Chase.
Mania, rookie, Simone
Gagne.
Summer, Romero.
Friday, can we all watch the game on IG? Could.
Lewandowski, Montal, rookie, Wirtz. Did I grab 2? No, okay. Rodon on the rookie refractor.
Rosanna Dana.
I cannot pronounce this name, guys. I'm sorry, but it's red rookie. Sanchez, Montage, and last but not least, Men of Mastery, Nicolas Gonzalez.
Nicola, we're doing a Google Hangout together?
Noise.
Can we do that? All right, there it is.
That's a wrap. No one.
So obviously, everybody give it up for David. He won. He finally broke my long winning streak of a box rip. So congratulations to the overdrive.
Yes. I really did not realize the overdrive was like.
Yeah. So if it's not stained glass, it's overdrive. There we go.
Can someone tell me how is this like a big time player too? Oyarzabal? I'm being serious. I really don't know.
Congratulations to David. Go, David. We're all in his corner. But that's going to do it for us today, guys. Make sure you are following DA_the Chase on Twitter and on Instagram. That's where all our content is. We do some shows on there. We go live. And then, of course, make sure you're watching The Chase on twitch.tv/DACarWorld every Monday and Wednesday and Friday on this channel at 11 a.m. And make sure you're watching the replay on YouTube/DACarWorld. Sometimes I get lost. My brain moves faster than
in
my mouth. Sauce. All right, thank you guys for joining us on the Monday episode. We'll be back on Wednesday. We'll have some more World Cup talk. And then make sure you are with us on Black Friday. We're streaming from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., baby, all day long. Breaks, making leftover sandwiches,
turkey
drafts, turkey trots. We're doing all kinds of stuff. So make sure you guys continue to join us. I hope you enjoy the show. And if you have any notes on our show, please let us know. But join David and I afterwards if you'd like on DA_the Chase. We'll be hanging out. If not, make sure you are checking out Jersey John. He's in the lounge today with your group breaks and your personal breaks all day long. That's going to do it for us. So until Wednesday, what do the folks got to remember at home?
It's all about
the chase. Woo! Top chat out.